Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading vlog. This week I am working on finally finishing 3 books that I absolutely have to finish. It's like assigned reading, but the best kind of assigned reading. I am currently reading Dark and Deepest Red by Anna Marie McLemore, which is a Red Shoes fairy tale retelling. It's set in the 1500s. Well, it has dual timelines. One is during the 1500s and the other one is during the present, and it features Romani characters, which I had no idea that was gonna happen, and I am loving it. As always, I love how just lush and beautiful the prose is. It's just stunning. And I'm also reading Muse Squad. This is a middle grade story, and that's as far as I've gotten in the book, and I am really enjoying it as well. It sounds like super fun and super easy to read. I think middle grade fantasy is one of the most wholesome genres out there. I love that feeling of being a kid again, and I don't know how to describe it, but I am loving it. I am having the time of my life, and the character is Cuban American. She's from Miami, and I love it. I am in love with it. And that's it. I wanted to update you yesterday, but as you could probably tell from my last vlog, I looked pretty like, ooh, my face is acting up, and I was just not in the mood. And I also didn't do much. I worked out my reading plans, which is a video that I will upload in May because, well, I haven't filmed it yet, but it's all about how I've changed my reading plans for 2020, and I'm very excited about that. Hello, so this is going to be the last clip for this vlog. I forgot that I wanted to do daily vlogs for the reading rush, and there's really no point in me wanting to delay the uploading of this particular vlog of me reading Dark and Deepest Red. But I also really wanted to do a very quick rendition of the Social Distance Bookfest tag, because yesterday it was announced that I'm hosting a panel, which I am super over the moon excited about. Let's do the tag. The tag was created by Bethany over at Beautifully Bookish Bethany. She is the showrunner of the Social Distance Bookfest. So I will leave a link to her channel and the video of the tag down below so that you can check it out. And let's jump into the questions. The first one is, oh, by the way, all the questions are the names of the panels. So, okay, the first question is, world building in speculative fiction and historical suspense. Share a book with great world building. Funnily enough, one of the authors in my panel is the author whose book I'm going to mention for this question. It is Zoraida Cordova with Labyrinth Lost. I have yet to feel as present in a world as I did when I was reading Labyrinth Lost. Question number 2 is tackling consent, gender, and toxic masculinity in romance. Share a book with enthusiastic consent. The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang is a great example of this. Basically, Stella, the main character, is autistic, and she just had like a sexual encounter with one of her co-workers, and the co-worker goes ahead and says that she should be able to relax more so that she can have more fun, and that would also be more fun for the guy that she's having sex with as well. And she takes the advice to heart and hires an escort, Michael. Her first encounter with Michael is a little awkward, to say the least, and Michael notices that she's shutting down, and as he's trying to, get her in the mood, and he immediately stops and he's like, what's happening? Did I do something wrong? Work with me, let's communicate. And I think that's vital. Third question is, so you want to start a booktube channel. Offer one piece of advice for aspiring booktubers. Do it. Just do it. I know it's way easier said than done, but just do it. There's no way to get good at something without practicing it. For me, the thing that worked was I turned my camera on, read the first question of the booktube newbie tag, answered it, and turned it immediately off. And so on and so forth with the rest of the questions. That helped the awkwardness. Still had to edit the clips together, but still that turning on and off the camera with every question helped a whole bunch. So yeah, just do it. Question number 4 is, from boys in outer space to magical girls and guillotines. Queer voices in science fiction and fantasy. Share a favorite sci-fi or fantasy book with queer representation. Cheerleaders from Planet X by Lisa Chavarri. This is a novel about cheerleaders fighting aliens on Earth. It's just so interesting. It's full of plot twists. The characters are sapphic and one of them is asexual. Family secrets, family drama. It's just fantastic. Question number 5 is, beyond Stephen King. New frontiers in horror. Share a creepy book written by a woman, a person of color, or someone from the LGBTQIA+ community. Survive the Night by Danielle Vega. This is a book about a recovering drug addict girl. I believe she's 16, maybe 17 years old, and she gets invited to this rave with her supposedly best friend, and it's all about the rave. It takes place during one night, and it's just the wildest thing I've ever read in my life. Number 6, Fierce Femmes. Standing Your Ground. Share a book with a fierce female protagonist. That Kind of Guy by Talia Hibbert. I don't know if this is the answer that is expected with this question, but that book is about a recently divorced woman who pretends to date her younger demisexual neighbor. She doesn't want to look like she hasn't been able to move on. She doesn't want people to feel sorry for her about the divorce because her husband is gonna be there with his new wife or his new girlfriend. So it's all gonna be like, a little tense, and she doesn't want people's pity. Number 7, Navigating Latinx Identity in Fantasy. Share a fantasy book with Latinx representation. I have to recommend Dark and Deepest Red by Anna Marie McLemore. It's my most recent read, and I loved every little word. Number 8, Family, Friendship, and Determination in Middle Grade Fiction. Share a middle grade book with a great family or friend group. I decided to go with my favorite old classic, Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan. I don't think I need to explain it, but it's about a boy who realizes he's the son of Poseidon, and he goes to this camp called Camp Half-Blood, and it's amazing. It's all the shenanigans, and I really loved seeing the progression of the characters, particularly Percy. He's like my son. I truly adore him. And the relationships that he develops with everyone at camp are absolutely beautiful. Number 9, New Voices in YA Panels, SFF and Contemporary. Share an upcoming release that you can't wait to get your hands on. A Breath Too Late by Rocky Callan. I cannot wait. I read an excerpt of it for my Read and React series, and I was chilled to the core. It's about this girl who recently died by suicide, and she's kind of in a limbo between life and death. And it's told in epistolary format, but it also features domestic violence, suicide ideation. So, trigger warning for that, but I'm really excited. It's been a really long time since I read a hard-hitting contemporary. Number 10, from Sherlock Holmes to Veronica Mars. Variations in the mystery thriller genre. Share a favorite mystery or thriller. Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson is absolute genius. I don't know how to explain how great this book is. It's about this girl, and she notices that she's the only one who is aware that her best friend, her name is Monday, is missing, and she is working on figuring out what happened to her. 11. Identity formation and deconstruction in adult fiction. Share a book that deals with identity in a positive or negative way. Work for It by Talia Hibbert. This one is about a man who is very lonely. He lives in a very small town in England, and it's a hate to love romance between him and the new boy in town. He is a writer, and I believe he's dealing with depression and anxiety. So it explores a lot of that. Also the fact that they're both attracted to men. I don't think there's specific labels for the characters' identities, but they're both attracted to men. And I feel like the exploration of each of the characters' feelings concerning why they didn't want to admit they wanted to get together was like the highlight of the book. And finally, question number 12 is Social Distance Bookfest. Share a bright spot from the past few weeks. A book you read, a moment of self-care, something that made you laugh. Well, a book that I read was Dark and Deepest Red by Anna Marie McLemore. I will never shut up about this book. It's great. The author's note is absolutely beautiful. A moment of self-care. I am currently working out with my sister, and I am really enjoying it. It's been a really long time since we worked out together, and it's just a great moment to be in our own little space and focus on the workout, which is great for my mental health. And finally, something that made you laugh. My sister just came into my room. She makes me laugh a lot. Alrighty, so thank you for watching these weird, kind of chaotic vlog. Oh, by the way, as a little note, I am going to read Muse Squad for the reading rush. I already started it, but I am going to restart it for the reading rush. So that's why I'm not talking about it in this vlog. That's life so far. Let me know in the comments below what is the last book you read, a moment of self-care, and something that made you laugh. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!